This is a podcast where we discuss all aspects of personalities and human behavior.
We are three professional counselors and your hosts. I'm Heather.
I'm Amy.
I'm Erin. Welcome to the Personality Pod.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here. Yay. We've been planning for this for a long time, and here we are with episode number 1.
Love it.
Welcome.
Like, what got things started? How did we meet? Why are we doing this?
Okay.
Well, Amy and Erin and I all worked at the same agency. And you two were there when I started. So you had already been there together for a while.
We all worked together for a long, long time, and now Erin has left us to pursue.
I've got kids, and I flew the coop. It's not that I did not enjoy counseling or the aspect of it, and I had the privilege of being able to stay home with my monkeys, so I've taken advantage, and I appreciate it. And now I'm ready for this. Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So Heather and I still work at an agency, and we work full time, so we're together all the time. But what we have discovered over the years is that we have a passion for and get real excited about conversations about personalities and human behavior and why we do what we do.
Why we do what we do.
It's always my question, how did you get here?
My question is not as much how
Why did you do that?
Mine is not as much how we do what we do, but why you do what you do. You know, I don't want to look at me.
What series of events got you to this place?
What happened to you?
What happened to you?
So,
And that's a good and the bad. And I often think when people are misbehaving, that really is my question is what happened?
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Not what's wrong with you, but what happened?
Oh, I wonder what's wrong with people.
all right. So anyway, we decided that this is something that we talk about. I mean, whether we were working or we were off duty and just hanging.
With some Mexican food.
With Mexican food. It always comes back to this. So we decided.
Favorite topic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's record some of these conversations that we have about personalities and about human behavior. And
some of the awesome tests that we've taken to learn more about ourselves.
Mm-hmm. So just to fill you in real quick, my name is Amy. I am 44. I am married to my high school sweetheart. I have 2 teenage kids. Erin?
Yeah,
what about you?
I'm Erin. I'm 37. I have the privilege of staying home with my 7 and 5-year-old. Well, now that they're in school. Oh, that's sad.
You have the privilege of staying home.
I have the
alone.
privilege of staying home. I too am married to my high school sweetheart, which is awesome. And trying to figure out what the next step is. And I'm grateful we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I am Heather. I am 39. I am not married to my high school sweetheart. In fact, I am going through a divorce. Not my life plan.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I have been going through a divorce for a very long time. It is a never-ending divorce that I hope will be wrapped up soon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I also am in a relationship, so I didn't think it was enough to be going through a divorce. I wanted to add another thing to the mix. So,
well done.
So I have that going on, and I have 3 children. I have a toddler and 2 tweens. I have some difficulties. This has been a challenging year for me, but I've learned that I am stronger than I could possibly have imagined. And I have a lot to be grateful for.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. Yay.
So today we're going to jump right in with the subconscious personality test, which is one of our favorites.
Absolutely.
So, shall we begin?
Let's do it.
Okay. One day at work, I shared with Heather that I had found a pretty nifty personality quiz that I had never seen before. And so from my memory, I asked Heather the questions and told her what her responses meant. And she got a kick out of it.
Yep.
You went home, you told your daughter, I did it with my husband, with my daughter. We got this good conversation flowing about how fun personality tests are. And we thought, wouldn't that be a cool topic for a potential podcast? And so it kind of blossomed from there. And here we are today.
Here we are.
So we've done this relationship type of quiz before, but looking back on it now, it's been months ago.
Yeah.
Heather, I didn't even ask you all of the questions.
Didn't we miss one when I was doing
A
it
couple.
too? Yeah.
And my memory of what those things meant was wrong. So some of the things I told you it stood for, it did not stand
So
for.
our interpretations will be all new.
Not 100% new, but about 24% new.
About 24%.
Some of it was wrong. Some of it was
might
just
be
wrong.
24.2% wrong.
I've got the real questions and the real interpretation today.
Awesome.
So we can start as if it is brand new.
Let's do it. Join us.
Do you guys have a paper and a pen? So
Yes,
you can
I do.
write
I'm
this
ready.
down?
I am ready. I
Okay.
forgot I had to write down,
All right.
but I'm
And
ready.
I'm actually just going to go with my original responses because I have them. This is the real notes I took the first time I ever took it. So I've got them
You
ready.
keep paper so much longer than I do. Okay.
There was something about it. I don't know.
That's
I
awesome.
kept it because there was a reason. All right, everybody. We're going to take just a moment to relax and get ourselves centered.
If you're driving, don't close your eyes.
Yeah, everybody, you can play along at home too. All right, the first question, number 1. You're on a boat in the ocean. You look over the side and you peer into the sea. What do you feel?
And we're waiting until the end to share and reveal what it means, correct?
Right?
Cool.
At the end,
All
we'll
right.
talk about what these things stand for. Number 2, you're walking through the woods. You stop and look at the ground. What do you see and how does it make you feel? By the way, I should have said this up front. All of these questions are separate, independent questions. This is not like building one question on the other. It's not all the same day or setting. It's just separate questions for each one. So the third one is, you look up into the sky and see flying seagulls. What do you feel? Number 4, you're standing in a field and you see a herd of horses running. What is the first thing that comes to your mind and how do you feel? Okay, number 5, you're in the desert. You notice a wall with a small hole in it. When you look through the hole, you see an oasis on the other side. What do you do? Number 6, you're still in the desert. You are completely exhausted. Suddenly, you see a water jug. What do you do? Number 7, you are lost in the woods at night. You finally see a house with the lights on. What do you do? Number 8, all this one says is, you are in the fog. What do you do? All right, guys.
Yay.
You ready for the interpretation?
Ready? Are we reading I think we should read our answers first and then do the interpretation. I always find that
Okay.
funnier.
All right.
I don't know why. I think we're more real and we try
All
not
right.
to hide any parts we don't want.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
The boat.
So let's start with number 1. You're on a boat in the ocean. You peer into the sea. What do you feel? Aaron, what do you feel?
I want to jump in. I want to swim.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Heather?
I feel at peace, calm, and relaxed, and happy for a break.
All right. Amy?
And I wrote, I fear what I cannot see.
Okay.
Okay. So the interpretation of number 1 is your attitude towards life.
Okay.
Okay. So I fear what I can't see. That's probably accurate.
I just wanna jump right in.
right in and
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Experience.
you
yeah.
feel calm and relaxed in life.
You just appreciate a break. Well,
I think I do appreciate a break. I think
Part
I
of
need a
that.
break.
Heather needs a
I
boat.
think my baseline is to be calm and peaceful.
Yes, I agree with
I
that.
don't like
I agree.
conflict.
I think it's accurate. You are calm. You are relaxed. You are peaceful. You, Aaron, are definitely a jump right in with both feet.
Yeah.
You
Both
do
feet.
before you think. You
Yes,
know?
I do. And then
And
you
there's
are like,
me.
if I can't see the bottom, we're not doing anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
Okay. So moving right along. Number 2, You are walking through the woods. You stop and look at the ground. What do you see? What do you feel? Erin, what did you see and feel?
I saw bits of sunshine shining through the trees. Like I saw sunshine on the ground in a pattern. And so there was hope to that. There was peaceful and hope to that.
Great.
Yeah.
I saw tree roots, and I'm scared, and I want to get out.
Okay.
Run away.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
I lived in Colorado Springs when I was a kid, and I grew up right by Palmer Park. And anybody who's from there knows it's a big, hilly park that has rocks and trails, and you can ride your bike back there. But it's trail riding.
It's a rough terrain.
It's a rough terrain.
All right.
And there's this one section where the overgrowth of trees was so thick that when you got to the spot, it was, no matter what time of day it was completely dark, and there were tree roots, and it was a scary place to be riding your bike.
Oh, wow.
So when I would get to it, I would hustle, and it was kind of on an incline. So I would hustle to get out of that as fast as possible. So I'm riding my bike up the hill.
Wow.
So that's the first thing that I thought of when you say like in the woods. What do you see? Is I do have this image of being on that trail in Palmer Park with the tree branches under my bike tires and wanting to get out
Oh my goodness.
quickly.
Yeah. I would get out of there too.
And it was gorgeous. I loved going to that place. So there was this one spot that I just had so much fear about, but it was so worth it because it was such a gorgeous place. And there's so much freedom in riding your bike over these trails where you're bumping along, and there's hills, so you're up and down. And
That's awesome.
it was worth the fear of that one place in the trail.
that one dark area.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the one dark area you remembered.
Oh, I have a strong feeling about that
Oh my
spot in the
gosh.
trail. Like, it is scary. I
Yeah.
wonder if I saw it now. Like, that's my kid mind. I wonder how long it is. I wonder if it's like, like 2 seconds long.
It's 2 seconds and it's not that dark.
Yeah.
It's
But in
lovely
my
now.
mind, it was like a dark cave of trees.
I think I mean, you're conjuring up an image of me that I can imagine. There are places, there are
Yeah.
woods that are very dense, that are very dark,
Yeah.
that are a little creepy. You can't see what's in there. Anyway, okay, let's keep going because we
Keep
got to
going.
eat these suckers. So,
What's yours?
when I looked down, I noticed it was just the dirt, and there were lots of little ants, and I was at awe of their sense of community, the way that they cooperated, and each one seemed to have a job. And that for me was because as a little kid, I was the kind of person that would love to go outside, and I really would watch the ants, and I would watch them building their little house and carrying the dead ants, and one would have a crumb, and I was like, that's so sweet, the way they each have their own little job and they're working together. So I had a sense of wonder at their little universe and their sense of community.
That's awesome.
So this walking through the woods and looking down, that describes the way you feel in your family. So what did you say again, Erin?
I saw sunshine on the ground, like the pattern of the
And
sun
you said
through.
hope.
And you
and
said
hope.
and it
Makes
gives you
you-
hope. So you feel
Yeah.
hopeful.
Yeah.
Heather, you appreciate the beauty and the ups and downs, but
Ooh.
there's one part that's
Sense of wanting to
scary.
get out.
There is a
Yikes.
scary part,
Yeah. And it's worth it.
and it's worth it. And mine was more about the sense of community and the cooperation, which
Speaks exactly to your
I think
family.
that is pretty true.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So let's
I
keep
like
going.
it.
All right. Number 3 was you look up into the sky and you see flying seagulls. And what did you feel? Erin, what did you feel?
Warmth.
Warmth.
Warmth. If I'm seeing seagulls in the sky, I am on a beach, and that makes
Mhm.
me happy. So I am
Yep.
feeling sunshine.
Okay.
Yep.
Warmth. Heather?
Free and happy.
Okay. And I wrote freedom.
Yeah.
Too. Something about that flying
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
is so freeing. So number 3 is supposed to represent your attitude about women.
Oh,
So Erin, you would say women in general maybe
Are-
give you some sense of warmth?
no, not at all.
No.
But that's the women I love, the women I surround myself with. Yes. But in general, not at all. So that's pretty awesome. I'd like to change that perception.
Well, it doesn't say specifically about what women.
Yeah.
It just
So-
says towards women. So
Yeah.
if you've got some strong women tribe that bring you warmth, that probably would be accurate.
I'm surrounded by them. Yeah.
Heather, free and happy. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, I would.
Do I think of women as free? No,
Mm. Yeah.
I don't. There are some
Mhm.
that I would aspire to be like that I think have that sense of freedom. I think if a woman is in her natural state, if she is supported, if she has a good self-esteem, if she's in the environment where she is thriving, I do get an image of a
Of
person
freedom.
who their hair is the way they want it to be, they're dressed the way they want to be, they are doing the things that they love to do, they're surrounded by people, and that does conjure a sense of freedom. But us in general, no.
No,
I don't
not
think
so
of
much.
women as free.
That's all right.
Okay, so let's go on. Number 4. You see a field with a herd of horses running. Aaron, what did that conjure for you?
Fun. They're doing something like there was almost I was watching them running and I automatically had this image of like, oh my gosh, that looks like so much fun. I was excited. And then it occurred to me in a second thought, I wonder if they're running from something. Like maybe fear should have been in there. But then that was not my first instinct. So it was almost like a second guess that maybe I should be afraid or maybe they're running for a reason. But no, that's where I was
It's
with that one.
exciting in general.
Exactly. It was fun. It was awesome.
Fun and exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Heather?
All right. So I don't really have a lot of experience with horses. I thought about how the one thing I could think about horses is in Yellowstone, there are herds of wild horses.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. They
Yeah.
are so beautiful. It's amazing to see a bunch of wild horses on the road. So I think, that was my feeling or thought was that amazement about they're just such big, beautiful animals.
They are. They're strong.
Especially in their wild state. They were
Okay.
strong.
They
and
were just strong and wild.
strong
Love
and wild. Heard of them.
it. A herd of strong wild horses. I love it.
All right. And when I imagined I was in the field, I was in awe of them and I was inspired by their power, is what I wrote down.
Awesome.
So you could probably guess that if the seagulls were the women,
Yep.
the horses are the men.
Are the men.
And it's your attitude towards men. So, Aaron, do you find men to be fun and exciting in general?
I think they have more fun than I do sometimes. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like that one.
And Heather?
I think that I do find men to be amazing from a distance. And I think there is that element of fear that it is how I feel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I would agree that I think I am inspired by their power. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Their physical strength, their privileges.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
I'm
one.
apparently was in a very political when I'm thinking about these men and women.
These
and I'm
men
like,
and women.
we have no freedom in the United States and they have
these
all the
men
power.
have all the power.
Okay, let's keep going.
I love it.
All right. So on number 5, you're in the desert. You're seeing this wall with a hole in it, and there's an oasis on the other side. So what are you going to do? Aaron, what are you going to do?
My first instinct is to climb the wall. I don't know how high it is, but I want to get over it. I want to get to it.
You want to get to the oasis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my first instinct is to start looking around and seeing where I can get a grip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how tall or long or wide this wall is, so I'm going to sit down and think about it.
You're just going to sit down and think
Well,
in the desert next to a wall.
well, I mean, you got to think about what all the options are.
I support that. I understand that. I don't know if I didn't understand the question or what the problem is, but my answer was I'm going to look through the hole. So I didn't understand that there was something to be done beyond that. I'm
just going to stare at the
oasis. There's that. There's a
Let's
hole. I guess I'll look through it.
stare
I
at
didn't
it.
know that you were supposed to do something. I didn't know I was supposed to get to the oasis.
It's so funny
Now
because
that you know, would you change your mind?
Well, yeah, but now it's all jaded.
I
And
know.
now
I
it's
know.
jaded. My initial response is I'll look through the hole.
It's so fascinating. We were talking about how we gave it to some of our family members, and every single person I've done this with, every single one of them understands there's something to do. But
Besides sit and think about it.
I know I didn't understand
Right.
that either. I really
Right.
didn't.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
what does it
So we've
mean?
got a sitter. We've got, oh yeah.
We got
yeah,
we got
the
a sitter
interpretation.
and a looker, which is not
Okay.
normal apparently.
All right. So number 5 is your basic life strategy towards reaching goals. How you solve your problems.
Hey, you look at them. Hey, I think for me
had to get
that
away
is
from the microphone.
accurate. That I do like to think and think and think and think.
You like to sit there and
And
think
think.
about it, and Amy likes to watch the
Well-
possibility from a distance.
I'm going to see the goal and I'm going to let it marinate
That's
for a long
awesome.
time until I'm ready to take action.
I'm gonna
See,
claw my way to
clearly
it.
I didn't need the oasis.
Yes,
I was fine on the desert side.
You're okay on that
That's
side.
another way to look at it.
Yeah, you don't want the goal.
I was fine.
Epitome of happiness. I'm gonna sit over here and stare at it.
I will look at a goal for a long time.
What did you say? You were
It's
going to
very
climb
cute.
over the
I'm
wall.
climbing.
She's
I
going
wanna
for
dig
Yeah,
it.
you're
in.
the climber.
I'm the climber.
Oh, she is.
Well,
our
I can't
climber.
remember one of my daughters, and I think it was Belle. I'm
Didn't
pretty
she say
sure.
she was gonna dig a hole?
No, she's going to break the hole so it was big enough for
Bust
her
it.
to get through.
Love it.
Bust that hole
Of
out.
course
That
she
would be
did.
Belle.
It
Yeah.
was Jackie who said she was going to climb under it.
Yeah, that
Like
she was gonna
dig.
start digging.
Dig.
Yeah, start digging.
Wow.
Which makes sense too from her. Like she's going to go under the radar, and Belle's going to bust it
Belle
out.
is gonna find a way. She's gonna get her body set, go low, and just bulldoze her way right through
That's
that.
right. She's a little bit of a bull.
Love it.
Different approaches to life and goals and how we solve our problems.
How we solve our
Yep.
problems.
All right.
I love that.
The water jug. Now this is the one I don't remember this one from when we did it before.
No, I didn't remember this either. I blocked it out. So
Okay.
you're still in the
Let's
desert.
see
You're
why.
completely exhausted.
Why did you
and
block this
suddenly you
out?
see a water jug.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? So, Erin, what are you doing?
My first reaction is to go over and pick it up. Is it full? Like, I want to know if there's something in it.
Okay.
So I walk over to it and pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heather?
I also picked it up and I looked at it and wondered if it was safe and what if there was something that should be done with it. Do I need it?
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to drink it yet, though.
Yeah. We're going to sit. They're going to sit on
Think
the wall.
about it and look at it. Analyze its safety.
Analyze its safety. I had no concern about safety whatsoever.
Well, if there's water in the desert, it's probably not safe. Are there
Who
drugs
put
in
it
there?
there?
Who put it there?
I figure
Dangerous.
I'm drinking.
It is dangerous.
I don't know. Heather's like, is it safe? Should I carry it?
I
Is it
wrote,
worth it.
I'm going to look around. I'm going to see if it belongs to somebody else. If it appears to be free and available, I'm going to drink some and I'm going to take it along with me for the long haul.
I'm going to look around at the other tourist groups and ask people,
Does
Is
this belong
does
to
this
you?
belong to you? Is
Is
there a
this
name
yours?
on it? Did someone put a
Wait till you
sticker?
hear the answer for this.
Oh, I can't
Hold on,
wait.
for
I
this.
can't wait. What does this mean?
So, okay, hold on. I don't want to
else in
lose
the
these. So
desert
you're
with
just,
you?
you're going to see,
My first reaction is to go over. I mean, like my thought was,
You're gonna
if
pick it
it's
up and
empty,
see if it's-
I'm going to carry it with me. If it's full, I'm going to drink it. Like that. Those were my two options.
so
pretty
you're going to
simple.
go and you're going to further investigate it.
But probably
But you're
not
going to
with
use
thought.
it.
Like Heather went in with a lot of thought of her first reaction was,
And
is
fear.
it safe? Mine was, if it's full, I'm going to drink it. If it's empty, I got to go fill it. That was
Okay.
baseline where I was.
So this is supposed to represent how selective you are in your sex life and how you choose a sexual partner.
You're going to see if it belongs to someone else. That's very good.
He's like, does it belong to somebody
Are you
else?
wearing a wedding ring?
And if it's
Are you wearing a
available-
going steady ring or a
If
promise
it's available,
ring?
you're
gonna
going to take it
drink-
for the long
I
haul.
said I'm going to drink some and take it along with me for the long haul.
Well,
That's
that-
precious.
Come on, water
Oh,
jug.
come
It's me
on,
and you forever.
Chippy.
That is
Let's go.
that is how you do it, huh?
That is. I'm walking over like, are you useful to me? Let's go. I don't even care. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how big you are. If you've got water, I'm going to drink. If you don't, I'm going to take you with me. So
Wow.
yeah, apparently
Apparently,
I'm
I-
not selective at all.
Apparently, I have a lot of fear.
No selection. And then there's Heather,
Fear.
gonna think
Heather
about
is
it?
Fear.
Fear,
It's
fear.
dangerous. Why is
Yeah,
it here?
why is it here?
It's tainted. It's
Why
got a
are you
disease.
here? Exactly.
I'm going to test it out.
Exactly. Test
It's
it.
full of drugs.
Yeah. Should I carry you with
It's
me?
a trap.
I'm not sure about this.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
It's full of drugs.
Isn't that what you said? You said it's not
Who left it here?
That's what I said. And in light of my current situation, full of drugs, it's pretty
Full
funny.
of drugs. I don't trust this thing. I don't trust this water jug. Even though I'm in the middle of the desert. Clearly. Although Amy's in a touristy area.
I didn't say there was anybody else around. I'm just going to make sure
But you're looking.
it doesn't belong to anybody else. Is
We're going
what
to go
I
over
wrote.
a few of the mounds, walk around the pyramids. Hello? Did anyone leave a water jug?
Just checking before I take it
checking.
because I'm never returning it.
Because it will stay with me
Listen,
forever.
folks, all it says is you're in the desert completely exhausted. It does not say that you are by yourself. I could have been
true.
with
You were on
1,000 other
A
people.
group tour.
And I was obviously near Mexico on a drug cartel's run.
Oh, moving on.
All right. Pull it together. Number 7. So on this one, you're lost in the woods. It's at night. You see a house with the lights on. What you gonna do, Aaron?
My true crime brain kicks in here. So I'm going to find like a log or a stick, something sturdy. I'm going to hide it I'm assuming there's a porch. There's a porch in mine. I'm going to hide it by the porch in case I need to use it. And then I'm going to go knock on the door. Hopefully it can just stay out there and it just looks like a rogue.
Have you seen those TV shows where they it's with a gun usually, and they hold the gun to the frame of the door
Yes.
and then they open it? And I'm like, why would you hold it to the frame? It's so you can pop it over.
Yeah.
So you need to hold your stick to the frame.
I'm going to hold my stick to the frame. Well, I'm picturing ringing a doorbell. Apparently there's a doorbell in my wooded cabin. And so I'm picturing having to step back a little bit, which then makes it easy for me to step down on my thing and
Grab
whack
your
somebody in the
stick.
melon if they greet me with a shotgun.
Oh, I would
which-
encourage you to hold it up to the door.
Hold it up to the door. But yeah, I'm going to hide my weapon,
Be
but I'm
ready
going
to go.
I'm going to go knock. Yeah.
Okay. Heather, what was your response?
I'm not going anywhere near that freaking house. If you are lost in the woods at night, that seems like the most dangerous decision. So I'm going to keep going and look for a road, because if there's a house, there's a road.
Okay.
Okay.
Run.
Heather's going to the opposite direction of the warm, heated, well-lit house.
I wrote, I am cautious. The house could be even more dangerous than being lost and alone in the woods. I don't know what to do. I'm indecisive. I am full of fear. So, what does this mean?
Amy's going to look through the hole in the oasis again and just sit there.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one means, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Heather Marie. Your readiness for marriage.
Oh.
Huh. You're running, girl, and you better keep on running. If you find that road, you run.
You are running.
I think that's a good plan.
I'm going to hide a weapon.
Readiness for marriage. You're going to hide a weapon, and I'm encouraging you to be ready to use
Yeah,
it.
you're like, you should keep it under your pillow is where you should keep it. That's
I
just
don't
not
understand
good.
this one.
I don't either. I
mean,
think the
readiness
only one that
for
makes sense is
marriage.
mine.
Yours makes sense. That makes sense. You better run for the road and don't look back.
Yeah.
Aaron, you're going to go in ready for a fight and ready to defend
Actually,
yourself.
that might make
Yeah,
sense.
like that's mine going in ready to defend myself, but I'm ready. Like I'm prepared
You're
to walk through this
prepared.
door.
You've got weapons.
Whatever's
What
on
about-
the
yeah,
use
I've
I've
got
got weapons hidden.
What about
But
you?
me.
You're cautious
I've
and
been married. I will be married 19 years on Tuesday.
wow.
And Chip and I have been together for 26 years. And this is the exact opposite of that.
But this is the older Amy making that decision now. Would the 20-something Amy have made
Yeah,
that same
that's a
decision?
Yes.
She would have. Okay.
Oh, I harassed him since I was 18 to get married to me. You can ask him and our family and our friends. I was like,
We
come
should
on,
just
this
get
is
married.
this is going to be us for the long haul. So let's just do this. And
You're my water jug.
you are
Yes.
my water jug. You are with me for the long haul.
No one
and
else identified you.
it wasn't until we'd been married for dating for 7 years before we got married. But
Yeah.
there was no fear. I was certain. There was no question. I am confident in my decision to this day. So this cautiousness and this, it's dangerous and fear. I don't know.
Maybe
not
that's
right.
not your marriage. Maybe that's just your thought of marriage in general, like
Maybe
with
you're
the general
projecting.
population.
Well, I do believe you better proceed cautiously and you better think through all the options. I think it's a big deal.
Absolutely.
So it could be just marriage in general.
Yeah,
I think
just your
people
idea
do
of
go into
marriage
it
and-
too quickly. I think they spend more time planning the weddings than they do their futures. I think so maybe it could be my thoughts on marriage in general.
Yeah.
But fear
Hide a weapon, knock on the door.
coming in.
Be
Coming in.
ready for a fight, but you're ready.
Right. But take the
Hope for
take
the
the
best.
plunge.
Take the plunge,
I
but be
think-
ready.
I think my thoughts for myself are accurate right now.
I agree. I think that's a very appropriate way to look at that. To
Mhm.
just look at that well lit house and be like, nah, I'm gonna go look for a road. See you later.
Okay. All right. Number 8. All this one says is you're in a fog.
I know, it's
What do
very
you do?
vague.
It is vague.
Hmm.
All right. So, Erin, what did you write?
I'm gonna walk, but I'm gonna look at the ground. Like I want to see what I'm stepping on or what I'm stepping towards.
Okay. Do you have any feelings about it?
I'm definitely uneasy. I'm definitely not excited. I'm definitely afraid, but I don't like the idea of sitting still. I don't like the idea of waiting or having no movement. I feel like at least if I'm moving, then I'm in a little bit of control. I don't know why I feel that way. It doesn't
So
add
the
up.
fog
But
somehow makes you feel out of control?
yes, if
'Cause
I
you
can't
can't
see
see?
what's going on around me, staying in the same place, like I know for some people that would be safe. Like I'm just going to stay here and wait, but I feel like something's coming. There is an uneasiness. And so if I can get some movement going and I look at the ground so that I'm not stepping on something, and also to kind of evaluate, like, where am I? What does the ground look like? What is the terrain?
Yeah.
What should I be prepared for?
Okay.
But I want to move. I don't want to sit still. It makes me nervous.
Got it. Heather?
It is scary. I'm looking for thin spots so I can get out.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fear going on in my story.
That's okay. It's some scary scenarios.
Fear in the woods. Fear with the house. Fear with the fog.
Fear with the hole.
Fear with the hole. Fear of the horses.
Fear of the jug.
Perhaps you need to surround yourself with women and
Yeah,
go
get some
on a
seagulls and
cruise.
get on a
Yeah,
boat.
maybe all female cruise is what you need right now. With some nice seagulls flying
I
above.
want to go live, those like, what are those women that they're not Amazon women, but it's like the island of women, where Superwoman comes from?
Oh.
Valerian. Okay, never mind. I can't think of it.
Is it an island full of women? Is
Yeah,
that
and
what
they're
you're saying?
warriors.
Okay.
They're warrior. It's a women-oriented
Let's do
culture.
that.
They're warriors, so you're very safe.
I like that.
That sounds perfect.
That does sound
I
like
will
fun.
go.
Valkyries,
Maybe.
Valkyries,
Probably.
whatever.
Somebody
Okay,
will
I'm
let you know.
stopping.
Okay. So I'm in the fog. My reaction is I'm going to lay down and I'm going to succumb to the fog. That's what I wrote. Lay down and succumb to it. What does that even mean?
What
Clearly
does
is going
that
to kill
mean?
you, and you have accepted this.
I'm going to surrender. That makes me think of like the lady in the lake. You just lay down in the lake.
Yeah, I don't know.
She
Is it
will lay
interesting?
down
I'm going to succumb
And
to
be overcome by
It's
the fog.
slightly depressing.
That really is
it.
your.
Well, you ready to
that's
hear
your
what
spirit
this is?
animal. Yes.
What is it?
There's your possum.
You ready?
It's death.
This is death.
Oh, you are the lady in the lake. You're ready to lay down in it.
That is death. You're
Well,
just
when
going
the
to
fog
accept it
comes
when it
upon
comes.
me, I'm going to just lay down and say,
Well, that's good.
take me.
Take me. And I'm like, I will not sit still. I'm going to keep on walking.
And I'm scared.
I'm going to burden my family.
You're scared. You're looking for a way out. You're
I'm very
scared. You're
uneasy.
looking for a way out. And
Yeah, I'm very uneasy. Maybe it's just like,
clearly I've lived
Bring
a
it.
big full life.
Would you? Are there any answers you would change of any of these since you know what it means?
I still don't agree with my answer with women. Like, I agree with the answer of the women I invite into my life, but all in all, warmth is not what I would say about women. But everything else sounds pretty dead on. Yeah, I like
I'm
that
a little
one.
disappointed in my Oasis answer that I'm in that desert just looking in a hole. Like there was
What would you wanna
no
do?
action at all.
None. Like, you weren't even.
I think
Heather
it's
was at
funny.
least processing.
I think that's funny. The only one that I really feel strongly that I wish I could change is that fog one.
Oh, you wish you could change your
Yeah.
fog one?
Knowing what it means. Yeah.
What would you change it to?
I want to be the lady in the lake too.
You
I mean,
wanna
what are
just
you going to
succumb?
do? Fight it?
Yes. I'm gonna keep on walking.
I mean, it's inevitable.
I'll look for another weapon.
Erin is going to haunt some asses because she's going to be like, I refuse to accept
I am not laying
this
down.
death.
Yeah.
I will walk these halls.
I will walk them. I will look on the floor and look for weapons.
Look at this hardwood floor.
Exactly.
And people are going to hear footsteps for eternity with Erin haunting them.
And knowing my luck, I'll fall down the stairs.
I just
know.
want to fall asleep as an old grandma.
Oh, that's what I wish I would do. I just am not terribly confident that I'm not going out without a fight. So,
Well, this is your answer here at whatever you are, 35
Yeah.
years old or
Right,
something.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
clearly I am, like I said, have lived a big, long life. And when the day comes, I'm
You'll
going
be
to
ready.
just lie down and say, take me to the pearly gates and show me
Yep.
what it's all about.
Yep.
make me fall.
It's true.
It's not true.
I
I
love
don't
it.
want to. I don't want to die
You're not
anytime
ready.
soon. No,
No.
Me
way. And
neither.
I will go. I will have a little bit of fight.
I'm kicking and
Pretty
screaming.
sure.
But yeah, maybe that one will change.
Anywho,
I
that
love it.
you guys is a subconscious personality test.
That's fun.
Isn't it a fun one?
Super
Yay.
fun. I
think
liked
it's
the
so
new
cool.
ones.
I
Yeah.
did like the new ones. The
Yeah,
jug
those
to me
questions
was
that
pretty
we
good.
did not answer before when
Yep.
we were trying to go on memory alone. And so, like when Chip, my husband, who does not get into these things at all. Wait till we do the love languages. He got so mad.
He did?
Yeah. He does not like these things. He doesn't get enjoyment out of it. I don't think he's an
He doesn't find
insightful-
it to be helpful
No.
either.
No.
Or in, like all of a sudden stirring up things in him that he feels he
No.
could learn from. No, not so much.
He will do test to oblige me, and that's the extent of it. But this one he actually really enjoyed.
He got into.
It's fun.
He, that first question about you're on the boat and you look over the edge. He was like, his answer was something like, there's endless possibilities. I can't wait to discover what's down below. And that is true of
Man,
him.
he is your balance,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah. So I'm sitting here terrified, and he's like, come on, let's go explore. And he's excited
Yeah.
about it. And so he loved that we had such different responses, and he did think it was indicative of how he lives his life in general.
Very
So
much.
it was pretty cool. It was the one test so far that kind of engaged him and piqued his interest. So
That is
fun.
awesome.
and your girls, Heather, they both did it and had
They
pretty
did.
different answers.
Very different answers.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
enjoyed it too. And
They
they're
did.
10 and 12.
Yep. And Belle, the 10-year-old, is still waiting for the next one that I told her I would bring her, and I haven't. So I need to do that because she thought it was so fun.
She gets
I
very
want to
excited
do
about that.
She does. She
Yeah.
likes it. I was just thinking I need to do love languages with Belle because she does just enjoy it so much.
And I think there's kids.
yeah,
love
I saw that
languages.
on the website.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to do that with her because
Yeah.
she's into
Yep.
it and loves
Yep.
this kind of stuff. And it makes for good conversation. You
Yep.
guys can bond over it and all that jazz.
It's true. It's true. And it was fun to do it with her about, especially, she's 10. So when she was talking about the horses, she's like, she's going to ride them and train them. And she's like, whoa.
Jeez, the horses being men.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she
ride
is
and
a
train
she
them.
is a free woman.
She's
She
a-
is a powerful woman.
Yep.
She is gonna tame those beasts.
Yep. I
you
thought
betcha.
that was pretty fun that she had that answer. And all of us, me and Jackie and Belle, all just got such a kick out of her answers. Jackie's answers weren't quite as fun, but she's a much more reserved person.
She is.
Did she have a
she's
lot of
mature.
the fearful, like, I'm not even going to look over the edge of the boat because that's stupid and it's useless?
Yes. Yes. I don't remember all of her answers, but they were along those kinds of lines, like fear-based or with her Oasis. I'm pretty sure she was the one who was digging under to get over it.
But at least she's taken some action.
Yep.
She is taking some action.
All right.
Okay.
I think that's it for the
It's a
subconscious personality test. So if you want to check it out, we'll have a link on our Twitter.
Yep.
Till
All
next
right.
time.
Till next
Till
time.
next time.
Peace out.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.